Today, I'll show you how I turned this product's ACOS and profit into this ACOS and profit. The thing is, I actually didn't do much. This was the work of a PPC automation software called Sellics Smart Campaigns. And Sellics did not sponsor this video or ask me to make it. In fact, I've always been quite skeptical of these automations, these softwares that can do anything that you can do, but better. I was so surprised by the performance of these that I thought I would share it with you since I get a lot of questions around PPC. I'm going to start by sharing how my original campaign for this product was performing before I started using these smart campaigns. Then I'll show you what happened when I did start using the smart campaigns and how they performed. Lastly, I'll show you exactly how you can set up Sellics smart campaigns. So what are Sellics smart campaigns? Well, these have actually still been in beta, but smart campaigns will automatically create a high-performing campaign structure for you, and then they fully automate the bidding and targeting based on your goals. But in more simple terms, what this does is it sets up your campaigns in a way that researches certain keywords, passes them on to other campaigns which test the relevance of the keyword, and then moves it into a more manual campaign, knowing that's a good keyword for you. So it's basically a bit like our PPC series, linked up here, of course with their own strategy and AI, but it's automatically done for you. Performance. So the product I'm showcasing here actually went through a couple of stocking issues, as I'm sure a lot of you are facing with the current logistics problems. But it was kind of like relaunching this product, which makes it a very good example, even for those of you who are launching a brand new product at this point. You can use this as a reference. And I had an exact match campaign running for this product, but the ACOS was averaging around 60 to 70%, and I was struggling to move it downwards. And for those of you who don't know, ACOS stands for advertising cost of sale, and basically what that percentage represents, let's say it's 60% here. That means if we make $100 from ads, so it's $100 of sales, but from ads specifically, we are spending $60 to make that $100. That is a 60% ACOS. Of course, you only want to spend $10 to make that 100 in sales, which would be a 10% ACOS. And that's why we want to drive the ACOS down. So here is a snapshot for this product prior to starting the Sellics smart campaigns. So this is what it was doing, and each of these snapshots I'm going to show represent 1 month. Sales at 22,850, ad spend at 7,750, the PPC revenue share at 56%, and that means that 56% of our sales are coming from ads versus organic. The ACOS is 61%, meaning for $100 from ads, we're spending $61 to make that 100. And the total ACOS is 34%. This is the most important metric in my opinion, because it is total advertising cost of sales, which basically means out of all of your revenue, whether generated from your organic listing or sponsored listing with PPC, out of all that revenue, how much are you spending on ads? So for every $100 in revenue we're generating from our Amazon product here, we are spending $34 on ad spend. And net profit is just $500 here, which is a 2.2% profit margin. So not good at all. This is because most of our revenue is moving directly into ad spend. However, being around this break-even point is very normal when launching a product. You have no organic ranking, which means most of your sales or your PPC revenue share, most of the revenue is coming from ads, which means it's more expensive, which means you just are less profitable until you increase that organic ranking. But I then turned on these Sellics smart campaigns, and this created 3 campaigns for me. An automatic campaign with 1 ad group, a manual campaign with 3 ad groups, 1 targeting broad keywords, 1 targeting exact keywords, and 1 targeting exact ASINs, and then a manual category campaign, and that has 1 ad group targeting exact category. But you don't even have to worry about what a lot of that actually means. Here's what it does. The auto campaign is doing keyword research for us. It's uncovering new keywords. When it does find new keywords or ASINs, and that's why I'm going to refer to those things as targets, when it does find new targets, those targets are transferred to the manual campaign. And they first go into the broad ad group of the manual campaign where they are tested for relevance. Does this work well for your product? And if they are relevant targets, they are then processed and moved into the exact ad group of our manual campaign. And lastly, through automated bidding and targeting, this is then optimized toward your chosen campaign goal. But now that the Sellics Smart campaigns are turned on, here's what happened. These are our performance snapshots. Here is week 2. Now it's important to note I still had my original campaign running, but I was continually slowing it down. And that's why in week 2, you can see I've actually raised the manual campaign in the Sellics Smart campaign. I've raised that budget to 100. That's because I'm taking away from my original campaign and placing it in here. But we're going to focus on ACOS over these weeks. The manual campaign was at 89%, the auto campaign 36%, and the category campaign 133%. But do remember, this is the point where it's still doing a lot of keyword research and working things out. Week 3, the manual campaign is now at 50% ACOS, auto is at 24%, and category is not applicable here. And that's simply because we did not generate sales from that specific campaign in this week. Then we get to week 5. Now you'll notice here I've now raised the manual budget to 200. That's again because at this point I've ceased my original campaign and I'm focusing fully on these Sellics Smart campaigns. But at this point the manual campaign is at 42%, the auto campaign is all the way down at 6%, and the category campaign is at 37%. But comparing the two, let's say week 2 over here and then week 5 over here, you can see the massive difference in how much these have actually optimized. But remember this snapshot we looked at in the beginning. Well, let's look at the exact same snapshot, same time period, same product after running these campaigns for that 5 or 6 weeks. So you can see the original values here. Now, if we bring in the new one here, sales are up 18% at 27,700. Ad spend is down 55% at 3,450. PPC revenue share is also down 32% as opposed to the 56%. And this is also because we're establishing more organic ranking, meaning we're driving sales from our organic listing, not just from PPC ads. The ACOS is almost halved at 38%. So for every $100 generated from ads specifically, we spend $38 on that ad spend. And then total ACOS, the most important. This is almost 3 times lower at just 12%. And again, that means for every $100 in revenue from our Amazon product, we are actually spending just $12 on ads in order to make those sales. And of course, net profit is up more than tenfold here at $6,500, which is a 24% profit margin. Smart campaign setup. So you're probably already aware of the free Sellics benchmarker. And if you haven't already, definitely use the link below to benchmark your own PPC performance for free. But something you will notice inside of the benchmarker is it will tell you about certain products you can optimize further. As you can see here, you simply click optimize with Sellics. And that is one way you can begin smart campaign setup. Another way is simply follow the link I've put in the pinned comment below. You're going to sign up for Sellics, and then once you're in your dashboard, first go to the profit module, then click cost manager at the top. Here you want to add your cost of goods for the product, and this is important because this is how the smart campaign can actually provide you details on break-even points and true profitability. This is where you're adding in your other costs. But once you've added those for the product, you're going to click on Amazon advertising, then click smart campaigns at the top. Drop in your ASIN, your SKU, and the marketplace for the product that you want to optimize. Then click Create Sellics Smart Campaigns. You then need to choose your campaign goal. Now I chose to focus on profitability. I set the daily budget to 100. I then added my top 5 alpha keywords in here. And if you're unsure what to put in here, do check out this video where I'm going to share with you exactly how to find your keywords. Then preview the campaigns, and you can also see how the budget is being split between these different campaigns. Finally, click Create Campaigns and Ad Groups. I'm also going to link their instructional guide on exactly how to set these up for you below, but that is exactly how you can use Sellics Smart Campaigns. And before you go, if you did enjoy this, please drop us a quick like. If you want to stay ahead of your competition, do not forget to subscribe. Do drop me a comment below on what you think about this, and I'll catch you in the next video.